All right, everyone, chill.
Podcast. What is up? How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty freaking sweet. Yesterday, we got our master bathroom vanity put in. That was fun. I also hung my first 2 doors for the very first time. Doing grown-up shit. So, yeah, I'm doing great. Little hungover today, but you know what? That is life. Yesterday was just going real hard on these new drinks that my buddy hooked me up with. He works for this company called, and I hope I say it right. I feel like it should be like self-explanatory. Like, I don't know, but it's spelled VIDE. So I say vid. It might be Vide. Vide sounds maybe a little bit more better, I guess. Anyways, it's basically just a natural spiked seltzer, which is really good. 0 sugar, 0 carbs. 99 calories, White Claw and Truly with that extra bitch ass 1 calorie. So 99 calories, gluten-free. They have a vodka soda and then they have a tequila soda, which are absolutely dank. My favorite is the tequila. Currently, by the way, this is not like an ad or anything. One, little hungover because I had quite a few. But I just want to shout it out there because it's just really good. I like it. The look is just very clean and it just looks really good. Let's see here. What flavor? The flavors are real. It tastes really good. If I could fucking find it. Come on now. Oh, okay. So apparently, because I'm trying to find where I can find the flavors, you can find them in stores. I guess you just look up on their site, or I think something called Go Puff and then Drizzly. So you can get it delivered. I'm just trying to find these flavs. Yes, I'm 21 and older by now. So for the vodka, they have watermelon, cranberry, mango, peach. All of them are really good. I think my favorite is I don't know. It's really hard to say. But like the cranberry vodka soda tastes like a vodka cranberry that you'd get at the bar, except with not a fuck ton of the cranberry. But so far right now, they just have grapefruit for the tequila soda. And then I guess it says right here, I just found this out right now, pineapple. And that's coming spring 2021. So yeah, shout out to my buddy, Torin. Thank you so much for sending these out. Much appreciated. And yeah, just check out Vide. Hashtag drink Vide. Like I said, not a sponsor or anything. I just really like this product, and I just wanted to shout it out because he sent me some, and I took some photos. I got to edit those today. I believe you can find them on the gram at just drink Vide, DRINKVIDE. That's it. Go follow them, check them out, buy some of their product. It's really good. It's tasty. So yeah, just really quick, I'm not going to touch on it because I don't really care too much, but shout out to Johnny Depp for winning his rare victory in ongoing divorce case against Amber Heard. Yeah. Shout out, Johnny, get her done. But so I'm sure you've seen, unless you live on a damn rock, you've probably seen this stupid damn trend that like these Gen Z, I guess they're labeling it now as like the Gen Z gesture, I guess. I don't know. You see it all the time on TikTok, maybe Instagram. But it's like the thing where like they do the stupid damn face. And like they point with 2 fingers to like the inside of their arm, like the inner elbow. And they do that like that little lower lip bite and pointing. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Ever since it came out, like, I don't know how long ago this started, but I was always like, oh, what? How does this even come about? pointing to like with two fingers, make sure it's two, to the inside and like doing some stupid face. How does that become like who's the first person that did this to make it a trend for TikTok? Because that was what I thought it was. I thought it was just some stupid ass thing, Gen Z just running amok, doing things that don't make sense. You know, TikTok, it blows up like crazy. And I was like, what? I just need to get to the bottom of this. I need to find out why this started. And you know what? The actual like original thing is pretty sick. Like, I think it's way badass. Like, I almost want to start doing this trend. Maybe not with the stupid ass look on my face, but just the pointing to it. I guess you got to kind of do some sort of face. Maybe something like mean mug, like, yeah, what up, player? But the gesture, which is known as the ice in my veins pose, and this is just from Google. I literally typed in Google search, ice in my veins. The arm gesture, which is known as the ice in my veins pose, comes from a popular term used in sports, whatever. Which, yeah, for professional sportsmen like NBA players, the phrase means that they are cold-blooded and are feeling cool under pressure during the final few minutes of sports, yada, yada, yada. So if I click into this, I really didn't want to click into it, but let's see here. Let's see if I can find something here. The pose associated with the term was popularized by this is what I first looked up. I think like a week ago or something, I was doing some notes for, a solo podcast. And of course I have my last two podcasts with some guests. Make sure to check those out with that band Fox Lake, hip hop hardcore band, insane. Episode 125. And then 124 with their manager as well. But anyways, so the pose associated with the term was popularized by the former Los Angeles Lakers player, D'Angelo Russell. So he is the one that started pointing to the ice in his veins as like a celebratory pose after scoring clutch plays. So basically that got traction, and then TikTok kids got a hold of it. So I wonder if this shows something different in here. Oh, man. Shit's weird, man. I think it's dying. I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe it's dying out. But TikTok's so weird. So if anyone has TikTok out there, you can give me a follow. What is my damn TikTok? Let me look this up.
Sourced and bottled in majestic mountains, Liquid Death Mountain Water will murder your thirst.
This episode is brought to you by Liquid Death Mountain Water. Murder your thirst with their stone cold, sparkling or still, tall boy mountain waters. My favorite is a sparkling, but I'll let you decide. So, hydrate your thirsty ass and say death to plastic. Head over to liquiddeath.com to get your fix. Listeners of the Danny Toddcast can get free koozies when you add them to your cart and use the code DTOD at checkout. That's DTODD at checkout. Just make sure you add the koozies to activate the code. So kill plastic pollution, drink Liquid Death. Liquiddeath.com, get you some. I have all of my social media apps in a separate folder. Try to minimize my amount of time on my socials, which is kind of weird because the podcast and my photography, videography and stuff like that, is streamlined by social media. So I don't know. It's weird. Catch-22, is that what that would be? Okay, here's my freaking TikTok. So it's basically like my Instagram handle, but because my original Instagram name, It's Danny Todd, is taken, you can find me on TikTok at its.danny Todd. So its.dannytodd. I started posting on it because I was like, this is a platform that, a lot of people are using it. It's blowing up. The amount of views and eyeballs you get on certain things it's crazy, as well as the reels. I'm working on that. So for my Instagram as well, they're both going to be kind of the same. So whatever. choose a platform you want to be on, or follow me on both. But I'm really, really trying to make it a point to myself to post, maybe not every episode, but some of the big ones. I got to go back in my catalog of the podcast. And I think on my list to do today or later is make some for Alan and Tino from A Mice and Men. By the way, I believe next weekend, if all goes well, who knows, things change, plans change, people have lives. I think I should have Alan Ashby back on the podcast again, the homie. So yeah, look forward to that. I might be doing some posts to maybe get some, if you guys have questions for Alan, of Mice and Men related, yada, yada, yada. So fingers crossed on that. And then the 28th, I have my buddy, Elijah Witt from Cane Hill back on the podcast. So I don't know when I'm going to drop that, but I'm going to be recording that with him on the 28th. Again, I am going to make some social media posts so you guys can give me your questions. I'm really excited because, having them on, my podcast is all over the fucking place, which doesn't really help my demographic because, sometimes I talk about it translates to my entire career of touring and just being, I guess, on social media, especially Instagram. When I'm on tour, there's been tours where I would gain maybe 1,000 or 2 followers. And then I come home and the posts of Alan and Austin Carlisle and, Ollie Sykes and stuff, those start to trickle down. And then my workout posts start to come up and I see the translation of the amount of people that follow me just for the music and that I am friends and tour with their favorite band. They don't want to see me working out or the thirst trap shirtless selfie, so it's weird. I'm on a rant. I totally forgot what I was going at. But anyways, I'm trying to make it a point to do more on my TikTok and my reels. For example, this is fucking wild. Yesterday, and it's not crazy. Because I'm so bad at my TikTok, I only have 24 followers and I'm following 29 and I have 81 likes. And that is just, I haven't done shit. I think the last post I did was back in 2020. And then I did one yesterday or 2 yesterday. So I'm struggling, but it's insane because the one that I did, I made my first reel for my episode 125 with Brandon Kemp and Bill for that Fox Lake band I was mentioning. And right now, I posted this. Does it even show me how long ago? I don't know. It was last night sometime. It already has 3,526 views, which is crazy. So I don't know. Trying to help find myself in a place where I can utilize those and get more eyeballs and hopefully translate those into more listens on the podcast. So anyways, super long rant about that. I apologize. Hopefully maybe just fast forward until now. I don't know, whatever. Or you're just mindlessly listening to this because you like my voice. My boss at work said I have a good voice for this. So shout outs. So make sure to check me out on Instagram at It's Danny Todd. And then on TikTok, it's at It's.Danny Todd. Link to everything I talk about in this podcast basically will be in the show notes. So, check that shit out, baby. But anyways, this ice in my veins, maybe, dude, I'll just hop on the bandwagon of TikTok and did the, I'm pointing at my veins. I don't know. I do got to make a video, which, man, you'd think it'd be easy. Because I'm recording this podcast and I'm still getting more comfortable with doing the podcast. And it's still nerve wracking. Maybe less when I do these solo ones because it's just me, which is also weird in a sense because I'm I don't even have a producer in here that makes it seem like I'm not alone, but I'm in here in my new office, which is cool. It's exciting, but it's weird. I'm in here talking to myself, but it's easier. I can, start over or whatever. Sometimes when I start a podcast, it's not always 100% a go on the first try. I might get once that intro track fades out, I might start talking and like out of nowhere, I need to take a second and like regroup and I mess up words or something. But getting used to the guest episodes, which it seems like I have some booked out pretty well. Actually, I mean, I found out earlier today because I tweeted, doing a solo podcast, what up? Like yada, yada, yada. My buddy Bryce Hall, photographer, videographer, incredible. I think he was just out with Teddy Swims on what show is that? Teddy Swims with, he's another guy I need to start listening more to because he's really talented. I believe Zach Brown Band. So basically they're doing big shit. But he hit me up. He's like, hey man, if you don't want to do a solo pod tomorrow, Monday the 9th, hit me up. So I told him, I get off work this time. So I'm trying to push more on getting some guests, especially I'm sure a lot of you would like the more music guests, like the Alan, Elijah from Cane Hill, like people within the music industry. But you know what? I'm all over the place. So you know what? It's the hole I've dug myself, no specific niche. So doing what I can, having fun with it. Ice in my veins, baby. You know how it goes. And I got a few things left I want to chat about. Just certain things, if you're, first time listener of this podcast and you happen to click on this solo episode, sometimes, there's been a couple where I just go kind of off the cuff, maybe like a point or two that like I kind of go at and just wherever the podcast goes. If it's 30 minutes or an hour, great. But, I through the week, if I know I'm not going to have a guest, I will like I just said, through the week, get some notes and stuff like that. Like right now, I didn't want to talk about it, but the hot take of, it's not really a hot take, but Johnny Depp winning that against Amber Heard. Originally, when I first wrote that note down, I saved the link and everything because I wanted to go in and talk about it. And then I went on this, and as I was pulling that up to, speak into the mic, I was like, no one fucking cares about this shit. And a lot of the stuff, the way I just said that, a lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about is stupid. But also, sometimes I feel like, even myself, when I listen to podcasts, it's like, yeah, I like to listen to some that I learn things, like Joe Rogan, of course, like a lot of them, I'll listen to when he has a comedian on and it's funny and I know they're going to, get drunk or he's going to be with Post Malone and do mushrooms or it's a very serious guest, whether it's fitness or music or, fucking space, like, learn about shit. So I try and kind of not emulate his podcast or anyone's podcast for a matter of fact, like, I still want to stay true to myself and be myself, but also try and give the listeners, you guys, some value, whether it's you learn something, whether it's the just random facts that don't matter and you'll forget it, at the end of the day, or maybe it's something at dinner with your loved one or your family or your dog, like something to just be like, hey, you know what I learned today? Like, check this out. Like, whether it's cool or not, talking points, who cares? But yeah, back what I was saying, like, if you're new to this, I just like to pick points that I think are fun and interesting. And I know that I can kind of rant on a little bit. So welcome to my rant. Next rant is, so I don't know if I've probably talked about it a little bit, maybe with some of my buddies, Eddie Stoner. He's been on the podcast. I would look at what episode that is. But I grew up for sure, like with a passion for skateboarding, which is amazing that my parents would let me skateboard because I was like very, very like into hockey. Like I played hockey very, very competitively. So the fact that they would let me skateboard, it's pretty cool. Like part of me was like, maybe you should have, maybe they did. Maybe they told me like, hey, like you got a tournament coming up. Like, you can't, I'm sorry. Like hate me all you want for, the next couple of days, but you can't go skating. Like you got a big tournament like coming up. So maybe they did that. I don't remember. But anyways, I grew up skateboarding a ton. Like I loved skateboarding. I mean, what I would do with my buddies on like sleepovers when I'd go to their house or my house, like what we would do is like, you know, get in our comfy clothes, whatever that may be. Like I was never like a pajama kind of kid. I still not really a pajama kid. I mean, I sleep in just shorts. Like not even underwear, like just mesh shorts or basketball shorts, like any short and no shirt. That's it. So, you know, we get comfy. I don't know why I needed to go into that detail. That's weird. Sorry, people. We would just, a lot of the stuff we would watch is skateboarding videos. So, you know, like one of my favorites is the Almost Round 3 skate video. That's where, you know, Ryan Sheckler, I think, made his debut. I mean, that's even how I got introduced to the band The Cure. Like, it's incredible how, like, I think, you know, growing up, my dad would always say, like, you're kind of born in, like, the wrong era with, like, the music that you like. Because, you know, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I love Jimi Hendrix. You know, like, The Cure, Golden Earring, you know, like AC/DC. Like, these older rock bands that, you know, like, my dad grew up with, you know. But, like, I kind of gained the love for that kind of music through skate videos. Like, skate, whether it's short ones or, like, the one I'm going to bring up, you know, Baker 3, which is an iconic one. You know, Baker 3, Almost Round 3. Oh, geez. There's another one with Daewong Song, and it's like the mini ramp. Shit, I got to look this up. I'm so sorry. Daewong Song mini. Oh, is it Cheese and Crackers? Yes. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah, Daewong Song, and then there's Chris Haslam. Love that dude. That was sick. Yeah, Cheese and Crackers. If you, man, I gotta watch these back. So yeah, if you love skate videos, highly suggest that you do that and watch Cheese and Crackers, Baker 3, Almost Round 3. There's a lot. There's a lot of Thrasher ones. But anyways, I grew up watching these, you know, skate videos. This is like, these came out when I was skating. Like sometimes we would go to like the skate shop across the street and like they would be like debuting the new skate video or something like that. But that's what we would do. We would, you know, spend the night at each other's houses. We would skate during the day. We would go to the school and try not to get kicked out, like skate in front of the front yard with the rail. Then, you know, my buddy at the time, he had a pool, so we would like skate and then we'd go hit the pool. And then, you know, dinner, yada, 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 and then skate videos. But going off of the one that I was talking about, Baker 3,
You fuck for Baker, that's what you get.
there's a guy named Terry Kennedy, and he was, for one, an incredibly funny dude. But also, something about his style was sick. He hit massive, you know, tricks down big set stairs, rails, you know, just crazy shit. But the way he like landed, it was just so, I mean, gangster. Like he was gangster for sure. And I guess it kind of translates, but headline is, and this is from Bleacher Report. So skateboarder Terry Kennedy charged with first-degree murder. So like, it's so weird that when I first saw that happened, I was like, what the hell? Like, are you kidding me? Like, that sucks. And then also almost at the same time, or maybe like a few seconds after, I was like, whoa, that's weird that I like actually kind of care. Like, not to sound like a dick, like it sucks. I don't know what happened. I'm going to look through this as, you know, I'm kind of this article, but I think it's just the fact that like, you know, I grew up with these skate videos and these professional skateboarders, and that's who we looked up to when we were skateboarding. I mean, I'm sure there's many times where I'm with my buddies and skating and be like, hey, like, yo, check this out. I'm going to try and land this like TK, like Terry Kennedy. Cause he would do this thing where like, he'd land the trick, and like some people have a style where it's like, they do the trick and they're so chaotic that like it almost looks like they're gonna eat shit. And it's like it's a little sloppy, you hear like the wheels do like, but he had this style where like he would land it and almost just like shocks, like a really nice like system like on your car or something. You go over a bump and it just don't. So he would just kind of like land it. Imagine like you're doing a trick down like a 360 flip, tray flip down this staircase, and you catch it nice in midair. By the way, if you don't skate, I'm sorry, but I just got to go through this. You pop 360, you catch it, and then as you're landing, instead of like kind of like arms flail up and all this shit, his arms almost just naturally fall down by his side, and he almost just dips down like maybe like half a foot, like just so gracefully. I suggest I'll put it I'll try and remind myself to put it in the bio, but on YouTube, you can watch Terry Kennedy's part from Baker 3. And you can kind of get what I'm talking about, from the humor to, well, his talent and his style. So I guess, growing up with this, reading this, obviously I was like, holy shit, like, what the fuck did he do? Like, it's always interesting when someone murders someone, especially someone that you grew up like looking up to as far as like skating technique and all that. But it's like, also, why do I care? Like it kind of is weird to me that I actually like care and wrote it down to want to talk about it. It's like, what the hell? Like, I haven't thought about this guy in so long. And then seeing his name again, immediately in my head, I was like, Baker. Like, there's some choice words I'm sure you'll hear if you watch the video, but it was weird. So let's see here. This is, like I said, Bleacher Report. Professional skateboarder Terry Kennedy has been charged with first-degree murder after allegedly beating a man to death in Illinois. So I don't know. I guess I should have looked into this a little bit more. I don't know. It says allegedly, so I don't know. The DuPage County State Attorney's Office told TMZ, by the way, fuck you, TMZ. The charges were filed Monday after a man allegedly, I missed a whole like 3 words. Filed Monday after a man Kennedy allegedly assaulted died over the weekend. Kennedy was previously arrested on several charges related to the alleged assault. July 27th. See, court records say Kennedy is said to have punched, I don't even know how to say that, in the head before kicking him in the torso while he was on the ground. The medical examiner said died of a blunt force trauma to his head. Well, shit. This episode is brought to you by Draft Top. Draft Top has created a product that allows you to unlock the aroma of what is inside your cans. Smooth pours and open top make it on par with drinking from the glass. Add ice, pour in some booze, or garnish that sucker if you fancy. You can also drink it a lot faster too. I'm just saying. So, get one for yourself. It also makes a great gift. Change your experience of drinking from the can. Head over to drafttop.com and save when you use code TOPLESSCREW10. Kennedy was initially charged with aggravated battery in a public place. He was also facing charges of criminal trespass, theft of a woman's debit card, jacket, an SUV, and obstructing a police officer. In addition, damn, this doesn't end. In addition to those charges, Kennedy is accused of violating his bail bond for allegedly kicking in the door of his ex-girlfriend's apartment. Police also added a count of threatening a public official after Kennedy allegedly threatened to kill officers. Stroked there. Kennedy is best known for making several appearances on MTV shows such as Viva La Bam and the co-founder of Fly Society clothing line. No Baker 3? Come on. But damn. So basically, kicked the fuck out of this dude, and he didn't die then. I guess he died later? That's shitty. That's scary, though. That kind of makes you think, like, if you're ever at a bar and someone's pissing you off and you think you're going to fight, not only... my dad always told me this, like, especially playing hockey, like, I've only been in, like, 2 fights, all in hockey, all in roller hockey too. Like ice hockey, you can hit. You can knock the fuck out of someone, like checking them in the boards. But roller hockey, you can't hit at all. So I think it's kind of funny. Like even ice hockey, like college and juniors, you can fight and you'll get like a 5-minute penalty or, worst case, a game suspension. But roller hockey, you can't hit at all. So I think it's kind of funny that those are the 2 fights I've ever been in. But anyways, my dad would always say, like, there's no like real winner in a fight, no matter what. Even if technically, like, say you and I listening, like you and me get in a fight and you knock me the fuck out. Yeah, you win, but what if you broke your hand or your hand's going to hurt? Like, unless, like you see these things with the MMA guys, getting in fights at bars because like someone's trying to fuck with them and the person doesn't know that they're in the damn UFC or something like that. Like those usually go with no return blows. So like there's a chance that there might be a back and forth, even if you get one punch, and then you knock me out, like you're still going to hurt. Like, you break your hand or your knuckles are blood, are blood. Your knuckles are all bloodied up, like scratched and shit like that. Like he's always said there's no true winner. I mean, yeah, I get it. But also like taking this in account, it's like you might get in a fight at a bar or baseball game or wherever you're at, like a barbecue. Like you might get in a fight and like everything's all good, like you exchange blows, but like who knows? Maybe that person could have like something like internally happening and like over the weekend or whatever, or that night, like they could leave. You could honestly get in a fight with someone and like do damage that you don't even know, make up, eat your damn baked beans and, hot dogs and, have your beers and shit like that. And that person could go home and before you know it, the cops are coming at your door because this person died. So that shit's crazy. That's a bummer. I hope he didn't mean to kill him. It didn't seem like it, but I also feel like if he was going to try and kill him, he probably would have done more. But also his record is not that great. All this other shit. And by the way, theft of a woman's debit card. Okay, cool. Whatever. I understand that. I don't understand it in the fact of like, yeah, I do it too. I don't. Like, I can understand like, money. Cool. It's on there. But a woman's jacket, I don't know. Maybe he got it for his, well, I don't know. Maybe he likes doing that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of crazy. I don't know if any of you listening are like, you care at all about anything I just said, but hopefully he didn't mean to do it. That's between him and the man upstairs on whether or not he's going to be chill or not. I guess we'll find out. I could look into it more, but I if I start typing away, then talking and typing, it doesn't really work that well. Okay. Which one do I want to go with first? Okay, yeah. This, I think I saw last night. I was in a weird space last night. Like, I was a little drunk and, we were going to bed and I just had, like, energy and I was, like, feeling like I needed to take some notes and stuff. And, like, at one point I turned my phone off. I was like, okay, I need to go relax my brain and go to sleep. And then, like, I had, like, 2 ideas. I'm like, shit. I know if I go to sleep right now, like, I'm not going to remember those 2 ideas. So I, like, turned my phone back on, wrote them down, which I'm glad I did. But one of these I saw was there's an 84-year-old man from Germany that has been convicted of illegal weapons possession. I guess in 2015, an investigation found a World War II Panther tank in his basement. And this is just from Yahoo News. So a World War II Panther tank and a lot of ammunition. And apparently it took 9 hours for the army to remove everything. So yeah, 84-year-old dude bro man, Bearman Pig, in Germany, convicted illegal weapons possession, and fined, let's see here, $293,972, and a suspended prison sentence of 14 months. Let's see here. The military collector had broken Germany's War Weapons Control Act. According to the prosecutors, defense lawyers argued that the weapons were no longer functional, therefore not in breach of this legislation, according to the RTDE report, whatever the fuck that is. But I guess the prosecutors convinced the court that the weapons could still be used, yada, yada, yada. Damn. Yeah, so the arraignments were discovered in the... Oh, what arraignments? The armaments? What the fuck is that? What the hell is armaments? Armaments? Like how do I look this up? Copy. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. Oh, okay. Armaments. I just never heard that word before. Military weapons and equipment. I guess that makes sense. I kind of figured that's what I meant. So the armaments, hopefully I'm saying that right. It's one of those words where you say it and you're like, is that really how you say it? So the armaments were discovered in the retiree's basement in 2015 after local authorities were informed of its wartime contents. Wartime contents after the property was searched for Nazi-era art, according to the BBC. The big black 20 Jeez. Okay, how I said it took 9 hours for them to remove everything. So 20 soldiers, 9 hours to remove all of that shit from the guy's house. Wow. Damn. There was also a hoard of Nazi memorabilia, including a bust of Hitler, mannequins in Nazi uniforms, swastika pendants, SS rune-shaped lamps, and a statue of a naked warrior holding a sword in his extended hand that once stood outside Hitler's chancellery in Berlin. Jesus. At the time of the raid, the mayor of Heikendorf, Alexander Orth, told, I'm not even going to try to pronounce those two words, that the man once drove the tank as a snowplow in 1978. Why did it take so long? And also, I feel like, if one, test the ammunition. If it does hold up, that the defense for this man, was claiming that the ammunition no longer works. So therefore, he shouldn't be violating the act that Germany has, the Germany's War Weapons Control Act. He should have them test it somehow and be like, hey, if these don't work, I feel like everything should be bounced. He should be good. And if it's not, I feel like I'm pretty sure that they're going to put all of that stuff in some sort of, oh shit, that's kind of weird. If it's kind of Nazi era thing, that might not be in a museum somewhere. Let the dude sell the stuff for scrap metal or something. I'm sure they're going to use something with. Actually, you know what? I feel like that shit's going to sit in an open lot, just like that place where all those planes go to die, and they don't get used at all for nothing. No, recycling materials. They're just going to let that sit and just take up space. But I was thinking, I wonder if they could, if they can sell anything for the scraps and try and deduct it from his thing. 293. By the way, where do you come up with this number? 293,000, basically. Okay, we'll call it 294,000. Where do you come up with this number? Make it 300,000. What the fuck? Who cares? Make it 3,000. 300,000. 3,000, sure. But yeah, I feel like they should give him some sort of way to make that debt more manageable. He's already 84 years old. is that debt going to go to his, children or, grandchildren or something like that? I don't know how that works. It's Germany. They might just throw the whole family in prison. Who knows? So I don't know. Kind of weird. I don't really see much more on this, but I just thought it was interesting. The tank looks cool. You should check it out. More stupid shit. I saw this and I was like, okay, I just had to talk about it a little bit. But so Quavo says the hip hop artist, if you can call him that, Quavo says his assistant makes $5,000 a day. What the hell? So this is on Complex. Being amigo, I'm just going to read the copy for this real quick. So being a amigo isn't an easy job, but it's one that pays well. So much that even their assistants are making a good amount of money. I'll bet nothing relative to the kind of cash this group, whatever. Quavo recently shared a picture of his assistant holding an umbrella over himself with a fan by Quavo's face to keep him cool. The rapper revealed his assistant is making $5,000 a day for his services. Some bullshit. That's basically he's a millionaire for sure. If that's true. This is stupid as shit. $5,000 a day, my assistant and millionaire, Quavo. So glad that money is being put into such a good use. I mean, good for this guy who's, being Quavo's little bitch by holding. You should go to Quavo, Huncho, whatever. Just look. You can probably just type in Quavo and go to his Instagram. They're probably on a hike somewhere. Or they're like, I don't know. Maybe they're really going on like a walk or hike, but they're just standing there. He's on his phone holding water, and this guy's got a backpack on. He's got a mask on. Quavo doesn't have a mask on. This guy has a mask on. And he's holding an umbrella over both of them, which is cool. He gets some shade too. But he's also holding one of those little handheld fans. I'm sorry. I'm not I can understand if you are like a Marine and you're holding an umbrella in the rain for someone of like they're an important person, maybe the president, maybe. Like I can understand that. But Quavo, hold your own fucking umbrella, dude, and enjoy outside. Maybe hold it yourself. Like I hope he does way more than just like this grunt work where it's stupid, like as far as holding an umbrella. Like I hope he actually handles some shit. It's so crazy. If the caption is true and he does make $5,000 a day, he's making roughly 1.82 million a year before taxes. Quavo, on the other hand, was estimated to make anywhere between 20 to 80 million over the last year, as determined by multiple different outlets. So he can afford it. Why don't you I guess hopefully he's putting some mill into like some charities or something. It's great that he's given this guy, basically set for life, unless this kid fucks it up and blows it on stupid shit. I hope he's doing something better with his money. Is this a video? Jesus. Oh, stupid. And I'm sure he's not, I don't know. I don't think he's working every single day, like 7 days a week. But I don't know. And who knows if this is really true? Let's get some tax records. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, don't, because I don't care. That's stupid. What is he saying right here? I don't know. Okay, last thing before I get out of here and make videos for fucking TikTok. God damn it. So this is insane. I don't know how to feel about it. It's metal as fuck, but man, it's creepy too. Man builds guitar out of his dead uncle's skeleton, uses it to play black metal. So I'm just on guitarworld.com. It was just one of the first links that I popped up that didn't look sketchy. It's pretty cool looking, but it looks like it doesn't look as cool as it should be for someone's actual dead uncle being a guitar. Like, it looks like you went to Spirit, the Halloween store, and bought either a pre-made guitar that they might have there, or like it looks like you bought the torso of like the rubber fake, or plastic bones. That's weird. Let's see if there's some stuff on here. YouTuber Prince Midnight. Okay, interesting. Prince Midnight, who constructed a guitar with a body built from an actual human skeleton. The skeleton, as Prince Midnight tells Guitar World, belonged to his uncle, Philip with an F, who passed away in the 90s in Greece. Okay. Apparently, so his uncle originally donated his skeleton to the local college and was medically prepared for the school. So, okay, the fact that happened and he's not like going to his family and be like, hey, so where is Uncle Philip buried? Because I have a project that I'd like to use him for. And then they're just like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, black metal, guitar, his bones. Totally just, yeah, go for it. But the fact that like he donated his skeleton to like a college and was also like medically prepared, it means it's been seen by many people. It's in good shape. It's not like just dug out of the ground. Like, so there was, I guess, some respect put on it. I still think it's kind of weird. I know I wouldn't like it. I definitely think in a way it's really just kind of fucked up. But it also is pretty interesting. I'm surprised no one's done it. I'm sure someone's done it before in a sense, but you have to look it up and see it for yourself. I just wish it just looked cooler. After 20 years, he ended up in a cemetery my family had to pay rent on, like literally in a wooden box. It's a big problem in Greece because Orthodoxy religion doesn't want people cremated. Prince Midnight proceeded to contact the proper authorities, including the State Department and State Attorney's Office, in order to repatriate. Another word. Don't know. Let's look it up, huh? Nah, fuck it. Basically get his uncle's remains. Shit, so they did get it. It wasn't just in some classroom. So, yeah, okay. The fact that it was at one point made good for a class, I guess, helps a little bit. But it ended up in a box in the ground anyways. He goes on saying, so I got the box of bones from Greece and didn't know what to do at first. Bury them, cremate them, put them in the attic. All seemed like poor ways to memorialize someone who got me into heavy metal. Okay, so this uncle probably would have been pumped that he was turned into a guitar to play metal. So yeah, this Uncle Philip got this dude into heavy metal. He said, so he decided to turn his uncle into guitar, which he says unsurprisingly proved to be challenging. You think. After doing plenty of research, he even consulted with two people at Dean Guitars in Florida who eventually got cold feet. Midnight built the guitar, dubbed the Philip Skelecaster. We see before, well, you can't see it because, yeah, I don't do video. I'm a bitch. There's a video. Oh, I might watch that later. I don't know. I didn't watch it. What's the title of this? Don't play. No. By Transylvanian Hunger Dark Throne, played on an actual human skeleton. Jeez. Intense. But yeah, I guess in the video it looks cooler. There's a photo that's attached to this article and it looks stupid as shit. But the video looks a little cooler. Creepy. The hardest part about building an instrument is constructing it in a way that it will stay in tune. So yeah, he has like the torso from like the collarbones down to like the pelvic area. And then he just has like the top of a guitar. The neck, you shall call it. Regarding the skeleton guitar's performance, Midnight says that it plays fine, though it also has its quirks. Yeah, what are the quirks of a guitar made from a damn skeleton? You have to strum inside the rib cage, so there are no sweeping chords like Pete Townshend of The Who. Bummer. Sorry that you can't do any sweeping chords inside your dead uncle. You can only strum as wide as the ribs will allow. There's certain unexplainable quality to it, he says. Another bummer. I believe part of my Uncle Philip is still there, literally and figuratively, just a warm presence, maybe enjoying his next life as a total metal guitar. He continues to say, now Uncle Philip can shred for all eternity. That's how he wanted it. I'm super proud of the project and how it serves to honor him. His life is influenced. His life, yeah, whatever. Pretty interesting. You can check it out. I'm going to watch this video after because I didn't even know there was a video. Check it out. See for yourself. And I believe that is it. I surprisingly talked for a lot longer than I was expecting to. Is there anything? Actually, I might have more notes. Oh, shit, son. I do have a few more. Let's see. Maybe I can pick out some. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, shit. Space Jam 2. Shit. Absolute garbage. Garbage. I mean, I enjoyed it for the sake of like watching a movie, and it was fun to kind of watch it in a way because I knew going into it, I knew like without even kind of hearing what other people have said on the internet, and you know, people at work have seen it and they said it's exactly how you would, think. I still was like, okay, I'm going to go in with it, like maybe it is good. It wasn't, but also I was like, I'll go into it, knowing that it's not going to be the original Space Jam with Michael Jordan. No possible way. They can try and try and try again. Even if they had Michael Jordan, Bill Murray, the other guy from Jurassic Park, the big dude, like if they had the same cast over, like I still don't even think that they would be able to make it as good as they did that first time. So I knew that, but I was like, I love movies. I know the animation is going to be cool. So there were parts that it was kind of cool, seeing cameos from other movies and shows and whatnot. But it was so much. They should have done a lot less and it would have been more of a success. And I don't know. I don't see myself watching it again. It might have to be like 10 years down the road. It's like, oh shit, remember this fucking terrible movie? Yeah, me too. And I think I did a poll on Instagram and it was like 85% hated it. I said, I did just a poll and on the left side, I think it just said like, and then on the other side hated it. And 85, I think, percent of the people said hated it. And the other percent was like, click the like. So I followed up with another story with the little question box and it was asking, if you hated it, what was the worst thing? Because we already know you hated it. So maybe pick out the worst thing. And I also asked, well, if you like it, what did you like it? Why? No, didn't hear anyone. No one said anything on why they liked it. So I wonder if maybe they just accidentally hit it or they're just little punk asses where they're like, oh, I'm just gonna hit this one and see what happens. Like, I'm gonna say I liked it. But no one could say why they liked it. Maybe at work I'll ask again. Actually, well, see, no one, everyone at my work didn't like it either. So if you watched, this is not me like ragging on you if you liked it. You're able to like whatever you want. That's the great thing about, movies in general. I mean, anything in general, but movies specifically as we're talking about a movie, you know, everyone has their own flavor of what they like. So it's not me ragging on you if you liked it, but if you did, let me know why, because I'm curious. Like I said, there were things that I liked about it, but that was just not anything revolving around the plot or anything. So if you liked it, let me know. Instagram at It's Danny Todd, Twitter at It's Danny Todd. Yeah, curious about it. And I think, you know what, that's good. I'm gonna end it right there. Thank you again for listening to the podcast. And if you have the time, it won't take that long. Head over to Apple. I'm sure you can do it on Spotify too. But if you could, subscribe, that'd be great. If not, oh well. Subscribe, rate, please. That'd be awesome. You know, give it 5 stars. And you know what? I don't have any reviews yet. Type some words into that box. Say something nice. Even if it's just like, love the podcast. Or you want to type out a paragraph, like, do it up. You know, I see, you know, some rates go in there, and it's cool to see that. And it makes me very happy. Like, you know, it helps the podcast, of course. But, you know, it's fun. It's great. Anyways, subscribe, rate it, 5 stars, leave a review, share with a friend. And, of course, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, much appreciated. And got some cool episodes coming up, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast. So have fun, be safe, don't do drugs, and peace out.
The Danny Todd Cast. Podcast.